Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Vina Mesha Maulidia from the Risk Management International class. Today, I will present my final project titled Risk Management Failure on TikTok's Data Privacy Controversy. So, in this presentation, I will explain the background, the case study, the failure of TikTok's mitigation, and the recommendation for improvement. As we can see at the chapter 1, Introduction, 1.1 General Overview of the Risk Management. In this first part, I explained that risk management is important for every company today. It helps organizations identify, analyze, and respond to uncertainties. In the digital era, risks are not only financial or operational. Companies also face risks related to reputation, public trust, ethics, and data privacy. This is especially important for technology platforms such as TikTok because they depend on user trust around the world. At the 1.2, here I describe that every decision made by a digital company must consider possible risks. For TikTok, decisions related to data, content, and communication can easily affect the company image. If a company ignores their risks, a crisis can grow very fast because information spreads quickly through the interest. That is why risk management should always be included that the decision-making process. And at the 1.3, the session explained that my report focused on TikTok failures to manage the data privacy controversy. The study shows that TikTok responded too late, did not communicate clearly, and did not coordinate well between departments such as marketing, compliance, and IT. And for the chapter 2, in this part, I describe TikTok as a global short video platform owned by ByteDance. TikTok has more than 1 billion users and has a strong influence on global trends and digital marketing. However, TikTok also faces serious data privacy concerns. So, there is a picture in this section showing public perception on TikTok's data privacy in the different countries. The picture shows that many countries, especially the United States and Germany, do not fully trust TikTok. This means that TikTok are facing a big reputational risk in many parts of the world. And for 2.2, here I explain that TikTok's main risk is the suspicion that user data may be accessed by the Chinese government through ByteDance. This issue caused fear among government users and business partners. Because of this issue, many companies became worried about working with TikTok. And in this part, there is a graph showing how the controversy grew from 2019 to 2024. The graph shows that the issue became very serious in 2023 when TikTok CEO had to speak in front of the US Congress. Even though TikTok tried to fix the problem through Project Access, public concerns stayed high and did not decrease. And 2.4, TikTok took several actions such as creating Project Access, building transparency centers, and allowing third-party audits. However, these actions were not enough. They have down too late and only focus on the United States. Because of this, global users still did not feel safe or confident in TikTok. And for the chapter 3, Mitigation Failure Evaluation, and in this section, I explain why TikTok's mitigation failed. TikTok responded after the problem becomes big. Instead of preventing it early, the company also did not communicate early to the public. Marketing and legal terms did not work together to TikTok gave mixed message. And I have a table in this part that shows the weakness in four risk area: data privacy, reputation, compliance, and communication. The table shows that all the mitigation efforts had weakness which caused public distrust to remain high. I have also a diagram flow that shows how the failure happened. Step by step, it starts from TikTok facing too late, then a lack of transparency, followed by inconsistent communication, which then caused weak coordination and finally increased public distrust and regulatory pressure. For the 3.2, this section explained that root causes of the failure. TikTok internal control was not strong because the department did not work together. Project Texas only convert US data, not global data. There is a cause-effect diagram. I have fishbone diagram that shows the main reason for the failure, such as a lack of coordination, unclear communication protocol, and weak risk culture inside the company. In this part, I describe the consequence of the failure. There is a graph showing that the most serious consequences are public distrust and loss of credibility. This long-term impacts damage TikTok's image globally. Another graph shows the importance for the lesson learned. And the most important lessons include proactive communication, ethical transparency, and strong cross-department collaboration. And for the chapter 4, in this section, I give several recommendations to improve TikTok's management. TikTok should improve transparency, check all public content more carefully, and create stronger teamwork between marketing, legal, and IT. There is a table that shows that recommended strategy, who is responsible for them, and what outcomes are expected. And this part includes a picture of the ISO 31000 risk management cycle. I explained that TikTok should follow this cycle continuously. TikTok needs a real-time monitoring dashboard to detect public sentiment and possible risks early. Regular monthly review should be done to check whether the mitigation is effective. And here, there is a diagram showing how marketing, IT, compliance, and executive management should work together. This integration makes sure that every marketing message is clear, ethical, and aligned with data privacy standards. It also helps prevent new risks in future decisions. And for the conclusion, I state that TikTok failure mainly because their communication was low, unclear, and not well coordinated. The company was reactive instead of proactive, which made the problems worse. And for the lesson learned, the most important lesson is that trust can only be built by truth, transparency, and ethical communication. TikTok must improve internal collaboration and create a strong risk culture to avoid crises in the future. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention.